Hello everyone and welcome to Yugioh Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution with me, Ninches 96. I hope you're all having a great day. That's me, Ninches 96. So obviously, as you can probably imagine, I have bought this game. It's a really good game. It's a really good Yu-Gi-Oh game. I'm not someone who likes Dual Network, Yugioh Pro, whatever. I like the fact that I have to earn my cards. I've already played all of the main campaign. I've done a smattering of the Duelist challenges, most of these ones, none of these ones. So yeah, what I thought we would do is every episode I will show you a deck that I have built and have been using in my playthrough. So you can sort of see the decks that I've built so far. Cheating Yugioh, that's a fun little deck that I put together. I was trying to find random examples of decks that I could use. But in today, the very first episode, we're going to be playing with my Link Evolution deck, which actually I could probably do with a couple of tweaks, because I've got some new cards since I built this. So a quick little segment building with Ninches 96. Hang on, I want card frame. What is that? Card frame. Yeah, I've got some new Link monsters since I built this deck, so let's see what we can add in. What attributes are we? Light. Lots of light. So we can put in... Oh, I don't have Hip Hoshinigan. Topologic Gumblar. Not really useful in this deck. So this game isn't out in England, in the United Kingdom just yet. I've bought it through a Japanese account, so that I could have access to it early, because I was getting itchy feet when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! I could put a Firewall Dragon in just for the banter, because you don't have to abide by the ban lists. But no, let's not do that. Maybe I haven't got any new cards. Alright, fine, let's just play. We're going to play against someone from... I want to do someone... Let's play against Jack Atlas, a true Draco. This could be interesting. Playing Link Evolution. So the plan is we're going to do best of threes. Obviously you can't actually do best of three against the AI, but we're going to just, fake it. 3 matches, see how the deck fares. This was my starter deck. So for those of you who don't know, this game is based on characters. Right? So there's 5 or 6 different characters from each series whose booster packs you can buy, and that booster pack will have, for the most part, the entirety of that archetype's deck in it. So we're going to start by summoning Balancer Lord. He's going to let me pay 1,000 to normal summon again. No, stop. So I figured I would buy the Yusaku pack and just get some good Link monsters, because you can use all of the generic Link monsters for any deck, and obviously you can build the Cyberse deck, which is quite a good introduction to Link summoning. No, I do not want that card. So next up, Backup Secretary. Because we only control Cyberse monsters, we can special summon her out. That gives us enough to Link summon. What are we going to go for first? And how many pieces do I have still? I have 2 more pieces. So we could go for a ritual summon. That would be kind of neat, but I'm not feeling it. Maybe oh, we can't do synchro, can we? Oh, you're the ritual. Let's go for Oh no, because I don't like the fusion summon guy in Cyberse. Oh, this is difficult already. Let's go for transcode talk. Oh, that kind of wants to be my last piece. Encode talker. Here we go. So we link 3. It gives us encode talker, who's going there. Encode talker doesn't really do much for me. I don't remember what its effect is, which is code for its effect isn't important, but its arrows are important. So I don't actually think I can go full combo here. So I'm just going to use Degrade Buster's effect, banish these 2, so I can special summon him in attack mode. Set my Signet backdoor, Silent Backdoor lets me banish a Cyberse monster to search in one, and then when I search, it sort of I can dodge an effect with it basically, and then I'll get an extra monster out of it. So he's gonna Storm Forth. Oh dear. Oh, I can't react to Storm Forth. So. Monarch Stormforth, if your opponent would tribute summon a monster, you can tribute a monster your opponent controls even though you do not control it. This doesn't force the activation, which means I don't get a chance to respond. So when you tribute summon a monster, you target the monster you're tributing, send it to the graveyard and put the card down. There isn't a point where you say, I'm going to tribute this monster. Do you have a response? So Silent Backdoor can't respond. So I either preemptively pop it to make sure I get the most value out of it with Degrade Buster, or I wait and see which one he picks. I think I'm going to wait. So now presumably, yeah, he's going to tribute my Degrade Buster. I did not get an opportunity to activate my effect. Oh, an Ignis Heat. Okay, so you contribute blah 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 once per turn. During either player's turn, when your opponent activates a card or effect while you control a tribute summon monster from your deck and either activate it or add it to your hand. Okay, can I, if I chain this to the summon, his effect isn't active yet, right? No, wrong. Oh, this is already bad. But I do like to add a Cyberse card from my deck to my hand. I think I would like Cyberse Gadget. I don't have a normal summon in my hand at the moment. Or I could go for another Lady Debug to get backup secretary. Let's go Lady Debug. And because we use Silent Backdoor, our Enko Talker will come back to the field at the end of the turn, or at the start of my next turn. But we're going to take a good amount of damage here. So one thing that I do know as a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, True Draco can't kill me in one turn. They're designed to sort of stall the game out and scuffle for a bit. So I know that I do at least have some time. Rivalry type, that's fine. So I can only control Cyberse monsters now. Big whoop. Right. Lady Debug, normal summon. She lets me add a level 3 or lower Cyberse monster from deck to hand. I do now have the double summon though. So double summon means I can go for something else. I might go for Cyberse. Oh, no, I can't. Dotscaper will give me +2. Widget Kid won't do me anything. Backup Secretary. Oh, Stack Reviver. Let's go Stack Reviver. Okay, so now double summon. Which lets me normal summon Stack Reviver. Now we're actually going to link 3 into Transcode Talker now, using Encode, Stack Reviver, and Lady Debug. Now I know what you're thinking. You've used a link 3 to make a link 3. What are you talking about, Ninches? Transcode Talker is going to bring it back, basically. So next up, Stack Reviver. Bring back Lady Debug. So we've just got more material. Then we can... Ooh, hang on, we can't do both of those. Special summon to your zone this card points to. So I have to do that first. So we bring back Encode Talker. Now the arrows for this aren't great, but we can play with that a bit. Can we go up into a 4? No. So Encode Talker's not really going to do much work here. What have they got? They've got 21 and 24. So we can just run them over. What's it kind of sort of card effects? Unless that... Oh, I think we... No, we don't. Depends on what that face down is. I think we could just run them over with what we've got. So let's do that. So I should obviously say that this isn't... I'm not a professional, and big dude. Affects by okay, now we do have to think about this. Yeah, so, and also this game, I don't have every card in the game. In fact, I have a fairly small number of the cards in the game. I don't know how I'm supposed to get over that. The Cyberse, I sort of need another link. I'm gonna pass turn, see what he does. So that's actually part of the reason I thought it would be more fun to watch me play this, because, oh no, don't storm forth. That's really bad. That's why I thought it would be more fun to watch me play this rather than watching me do duels on Yugioh Pro, because I don't have all the cards, so it's going to add an element of interest to all of the matches that I play. And I think I'm going to lose this. Dotscaper. What can I do? I can link Haribo with Dotscaper. Except I don't have Link Haribo. Oh, maybe that wasn't out yet. No, it definitely was. Oh, okay, I should have put Link Haribo in this deck. Well, we lose. So let's scoop that up. You still get some. In fact, you get a lot of points for a loss, so it's not too bad. Let's try again. Realistically, I should be putting Link Haribo in the extra deck, but who cares? So, Cyberse don't have a lot of answers going first, so I'm actually going to go second. Maybe that's a mistake, but this isn't a like a competitive True Draco deck, so I don't think he's going to be able to set up anything crazy. Finite cards. Hand size limit becomes 3. Okay. Why? Okay, whatever. Lives field some. Okay, that's fine. And Rivalry of the Warlords does not affect me in any way. I could Dark Hole now. I think I'm going to do that. It does mean he's going to get his summon of Metaltron, but I can work towards fixing that. So I've got 3 normal summons in my hand, but I think I can get away with it. So Widget Kid, when it's summoned I can special summon another from hand. Don't chain a card. So summon Balancer Lord, then Balancer Lord effect, pay 1,000 so I can normal summon Sea Archiver. No, stop. I need to get a 3,000 attack or an effect destruction. I don't have Borrow Sword in this, or maybe I do. Can I find out? Hang on, which one of the Sea Archiver summon to a zone a link monster points to? So I'm going to decode. Because decode's the best chance I have of getting the attack points I need. You can go there, bam. Oh, and you get a cool little animation with the main character's monsters. Really annoying in a Dark Magician deck where you spam Dark Magicians. No, stop making me activate Sign It Backdoor. Okay. World Legacy Succession. Target one monster in your graveyard. Special summon it to a zone a link monster points to. I'm going to go with Balancer Lord, because if it happens to stay on the field, I can use it again next turn. Put it there. And then Sea Archiver's effect will special summon that as well. You can go there. Which will give Decode enough attack points to run over Metaltron 12. Oh, and then Bouncer Lord can attack directly. That'd be nice. This has another effect that I'm not reading. Oh, I can. That's fine. Cool. Oh, he doesn't have an extra deck at all. Maybe he's playing Domain. That'd be scary. Okay, and like before, we're going to set Sign It Backdoor, so if we need to, we can piece Decode Talker out of here. Do I want to link up at all? Nah, doesn't do anything for me. So yeah, if needs be, we can get Decode Talker out, and we'll get a search for basically anything in our deck out of that. While he's having his turn, I'm gonna have a sip of tea. So basically, he's already fizzled out all of his combo, all of his plan. So have I actually. If he board wiped me now, there's nothing I can do about it. So he's going to crash his Unmasked Dragon into my, what's it called, Balancer Lord. So I'm going to let that happen. And then that's going to let him summon presumably one of the big, Majesty Maiden. What's her effect? Once per turn when your opponent activates a card effect, it's tribute summon, doesn't matter. So that's fair enough. So he just I don't know what his plan was with that. Which is fine. So it's this end phase, so I may as well activate Signet Backdoor. Banish Balancer Lord, I guess. Search Widget Kid? No, I've already got loads of normal summons. Dotscaper. Actually, Dotscaper was one of my favourite techs from Lightsworn, because it's an earth monster, so it can combo quite well with Curious and the zombies. That may have even been in my deck profile. I won't put a link in the description, but just trust me. Yeah. Yeah, Silent Backdoor is going to then bring back Balancer Lord, which will give us all the normal summons we want. Oh, this is amazing. So I'll normal summon Realm Claudia. Realm Claudia will add a Cyberse from my graveyard back to my hand. Go with Widget Kid, because that's all that's there. And then the Balancer Lord's going to let us normal summon it. Look at that. We won't get its effect, but we don't really need it. We've got a full board. So now we can really go ham. So I can transcode with 3, and then power code with another 3. As long as I'm using 1, 2, 3. It doesn't mean Decode's going to lose some attack points, but who cares, right? Transcode. Dotscape is going to come back from the graveyard because of its special effect. Then we can use... Oh, I don't have any links in the grade. Yeah, we'll then go for power code with a 1, a 2, and a 3. It does mean we're not getting any value out of Transcode Talker, but it is going to give me 1,000 extra attack points across the field. Target one face-up monster and negate the effect to the end of the turn. Discard battles and post monster, tribute 1 monster, discard points, whatever. So now I have 3 2800 beaters on the field, which isn't quite enough for game, but it's not bad. Oh, I just did an almighty sneeze. So we're going to let Jack have his next turn, which will be his last turn, either way. Set 1 card of Demise. That could actually be huge. If he can get his big boy out, whatever it's called, Metaltron 12, that is going to be really huge. Have another sip of tea. Nope, looks like that's it. So interestingly, he chose not to tribute summon for Majesty Maiden there. When you find activates a card effect, that's interesting. I wonder why. Anyway, normal summon Rom Claudia. Didn't really do anything, but it is going to attack his face down monster. Unmasked Dragon. That's fine, because we only need to deal 400 points of damage, and Dynamite's not going to have its effect. So, power code. And then Decode Talker. I win! Sweet. So that puts us at 1 game each. He was playing Domain. Sneaky. But it is now one game apiece. We need to play for the match now. I didn't take a look at what time I started recording, which is professional. Might judge it by when my tea is goes cold. I'll stop recording. Delicious. So we've got another pretty broken hand actually for Cyberse. We can normal balance a lord, effect to summon Lady Debug, and double summon actually operates independently of balance a lord. So whatever I search off Lady Debug, I can then normal summon, and then I can special summon backup secretary. Oh, and he's not opened well. I actually know very little about True Draco. I know that they're not strong enough to OTK, and okay, he has opened decently. So he's immune to monsters, spells, and traps. Right? Hang on. Unaffected by the effects of cards with the same card type. And it's the original card type. Yep, tribute. So it's not affected by my card effect, so I have to get the damage or the attack. I have to attack over it. I can borrow. No, I can't borrow sword it. I can't borrow load it either, can I? No, I can't. That's interesting. So Decode Talker is my only out currently. So we're gonna do what? We're gonna do something slightly differently. We're gonna normal Widget Kid first, and then use his effect to special summon Balance the Lord like we did last game. Ka-chow. Balance the Lord effect. Normal Lady Debug. Lady Debug effect. Wonder what the best choice is. Dotscaper, Sea Archiver, probably Stack Reviver. Let's go with that. So then we double summon. I hope I've got the ruling right on that. Yes, I have. So rule check for you. So normally, the double summons wording, you can conduct 2 normal summons or sets this turn, not just 1, right? So you can't stack lots of double summons on top. If you draw 3 double summons, you can't normal summon 4 monsters in that turn, right? But what you can do is balance the Lord's wording is you can normal summon 1 Cyberse monster in addition to your normal summon or set, which means that you get 2 plus 1 from Balance the Lord. And I think there's a couple of other examples that ruling applies to as well. What I could do, I could Yugioh, but if that's a rivalry of the Warlords, I'm locked into dragons, and I probably don't lose straight away. But it's not good. Let's go for it. Yeah, that still works. Yugioh Skull Dread. So Skull Dread needs 4 monsters, or if the more monsters you use to make it, the better its effects are. So Stack Reviver first off, bring back Balance the Lord. That's probably the least important effect, because Yugioh is going to let me draw 4 cards, and then I put 3 of them back into the deck. Not useful. Not useful. So that's 2. I think Backup Secretary is actually the least useful of those. More importantly though, Yugioh is going to add 300 attack to any monster it points to. So I can use it to augment a Borrowload. Or no. Have I fluffed this up? Let's see. So Yugioh going to special summon Dotscaper in defense mode. And remember, Dotscaper functionally is 2 materials. Just not right now. I'm going to have to use Degrade Buster as material rather than as a monster, which is fine. It would be nice if I could use it as a beta. So just for pure transparency reasons, this is not the optimum play. I don't think it was ever going to be the optimum play to go for Skull Dread. I think it would have been better to just commit to the Decode Talker straight away. But we're here now. So let's just double check. Cannot be destroyed by battle. So Boral Sword will still work. And what does Boral Sword need? Where is he? 3 plus effect monsters. So what I will do is I will link into a Honeybot. Or actually I could Nightmare Phoenix to get rid of that face down card. Let's do that. With a 1 and a 2. Because realistically, I shouldn't need Cynet Backdoor. And I'll get another card out of it. And if I draw a card that's a special summon, then that's even better. And Dotscaper will come back. Dotscaper, just there please. That means we draw a card back anyway. And that's a special summon. So, oh no, what? No, please no. So one more so your opponent controls with higher attack. Ah! Oh, I'm gonna lose my Yugioh. I'm gonna try that. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. No! That's really not good. Oh, what do I do now? Hang on. That 3000 attack and unaffected. I could just crash into it with Boral Sword. Yeah, screw it. Because Boral Sword can't be destroyed by battle, so... It's better to put it in there. I'll use World Legacy Succession to bring back Degrade Buster in attack mode. So now I can use Boral Sword's effect, switch Degrade Buster into defense mode. Hang on, what's the wording? Change its defense mode. Also, this could. So actually, I can target you, even though it doesn't change to defense mode. Boral Sword's effect still happens and it can still attack twice. I believe that's the ruling. And we'll try and see if that... Oh, that effect works as well. Oh, I don't know what I was worried about. There we go, we've got OTK. So that is Yu-Gi-Oh! Ladies and gentle peeps. Hot duality, that's not bad. I think I needed one of those. So actually, while we're here, let's go back into the deck editor and put a Linkaribo in. Where would it be? F-L-L-G-I-K. Linkaribo. What can we take out for a Linkaribo? Actually, in hindsight, oh, I don't want to take that out. What do we not need? Okay, I'm going to take out the fusion element. Yeah. So we can put that in. Which means we can take that out, which means we can put Topologic Bomber Dragon back in. Take out Cynet Fusion. I'll keep Clockwyvern in, because he's actually still a decent card. And we'll put in another... What generic good stuff cards do we own? Oh, we don't need to. Cool. So, for the end of the video, I'll just go through the deck recipe. So, we'll start with 3 Backup Secretary, it's just a free monster that you can special summon. If you don't have a Cyberse monster on the field, then you're going to lose anyway, so never really a brick. Balancer Lord lets you normal summon twice, as you saw showcased in all 3 games. It's just, and also what you didn't see is if you banish it, you can special summon a monster from your hand. The problem with that is that usually Cyberse doesn't have a problem tutoring from the hand. Usually it's the draw power that Cyberse struggles with, and I don't have Pot of Extravagance or Pot of Desires to accelerate my draws. So that's currently what the problem is as you saw, my hand ran out of cards really quickly, and I don't have a super good draw engine for Cyberse. Boot Staggered is a card you didn't see. So when a Cyberse monster is normal summoned to your field, you can special summon it from your hand. If it inflicts battle damage, you can special summon a token. Second effect never really happens. Basically just another special summon from your hand. And obviously between Balancer Lord and what's the other card? Double Summon, you're normal summoning a lot of cards. So Boot Staggered is very rarely dead. Clock Wyvern again was mostly in there for the fusion engine. I wanted to try and incorporate all the fusion and the ritual, but I've just realised, oh no, he's there. If he's normal or special summoned, I can halve its attack to summon a clock token. Clock token is just useful. It's basically one card Honeybot, or you can go into Cyberse Witch or Clock Spartoid with it. Cyberse Gadget you didn't really see, so you normal summon it and you can special summon a low level monster from your graveyard, and then you can link 2 away with that, and then that summons a token out as well, so that gives you automatic link 3. Degrade Buster is really good because it's one of the only cards, like the only powerful card you run basically, that doesn't rely on the extra deck. Dotscaper, the other effect you didn't see, once it's banished it summons itself back as well, but you can only use each effect once per duel. So basically turn 1, summon it, link it away, bring it back, link 2, and then next turn you can banish it with Degrade Buster, you get Degrade Buster and the Dotscaper back. So that's the idea with that. Lady Debug, obviously just a good search card. Link in for Flyer special summons. Ramclouder is a special summon from the graveyard, not super useful, but it can come in handy. Romcloudia, probably more useful, bring it back to the hand, but it is a normal summon. It can't be your first normal summon of the turn, so it's kind of... Oh, actually, you saw it in the perfect scenario just there, where you normal summon it, you draw it late game, so it's a normal summon that gives you crazy advantage. Sea Archiver and Stack Reviver basically have the same effect. When a link summon happens, you special summon a monster to a link zone, and you bring back one of the link materials. For Sea Archiver itself, Stack Reviver is another Cyberse monster. Widget Kid is basically a free. You normal summon it first, and you can special summon Balancer Lord, which gets you another normal summon. Cyberse Magician is a card you didn't get to see. I might actually make a more focused Cyberse Ritual and Cyberse Fusion deck at some point. It's just a good card, basically. It helps support your link monsters. If it battles another link monster, it gains 1000 attack. But because this game is only just really getting into link summoning, most of the AIs don't link summon. Signet Backdoor is really good because it can help you dodge effects, but also it's a searcher. And if you banish Balancer Lord, you can get a normal summon. If you banish Dotscaper, you get more advantage out of that. So there's lots of examples where it's super useful to banish Cyberse monsters. And regardless, they come back next turn anyway. So you can banish your... you can actually banish something like Topologic Bomber Dragon, which I know I've only just put back in. So you get to search something with 3000 or less attack, and you get to move your Bomber Dragon somewhere where it's safer. So you can move it so it doesn't point to anything, so its effect will never trigger. Signet Ritual just summons your Cyberse Magician. Dark Hole, double summon, Monster Reborn. One-time passcode, it's just a monster. And World Legacy Succession is just a Monster Reborn. So all of the spell cards are just monsters that you can summon either from the graveyard or from the hand. The extra deck, fairly self-explanatory. We've got Borrelode, Borrel Sword. There are big link 4s that we use to go for game, and also Topologic Bomber Dragon over here. Yugioh is a Link 4 that gets you card advantage, and it helps you clear out your board. It's not super good in Cyberse, but it's a really good card, so I put it in. Cyberse Witch helps you go for your rituals. It's also just quite a good Link 2, it points downwards, so that's quite nice. The Code Talkers, Decode is your main attack points. Encode is just arrows. I would say it's the worst of the Code Talkers. I've never used its effect. So Honeybot is good because it points left and right. Nightmare Phoenix, as you saw, can help clear out spell and trap cards. Nightmare Unicorn targets, so I wouldn't have been able to use it, but it returns a card to your opponent's deck, and it helps you get draws if you're like super broken with your combo. Link Spider basically converts these 3 tokens and these tokens into effect monsters, because most of these cards need 2+ effect monsters, 2 Cyberse monsters. Different names, effect monsters, effect monsters, effect monsters. So that's what Link Spider's for. Link Karibo, as you didn't see, but you saw the application of it. I think these are level 4. This Dotscape is level 1. This token is level 2. So actually, it's not super useful. That's tokens level 1. So I can see why I didn't put it in originally. But it's just a emergency good card. It's a good starter. Power Code is good to get over high attack monsters, and it's got the best arrows, I would say, to combine with Transcode Talker, because Transcode relies on being co-linked. As you saw, it gave 500 attack to itself and the monster it linked to, and you can special summon back. So if you linked Topologic Bomber Dragon with 2 others, you could then bring Bomber Dragon back, and you would gain basically 3 link materials out of it. So that's Transcode Talker. And Trisbana is a really good card to blow up the back row. So because this deck doesn't use the back row whatsoever, besides setting Signet backdoor, and even that, obviously you just do that last. So against decks like the True Draco, I could have used that, get rid of all of their face down cards, and sort of keep me safe. So yeah, that is the deck profile and the duels that you saw. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously there's a lot of decks here. Some of them are older. I've got this fairly classic Dark Magician deck. It's classic because I've not got enough cards to make the modern version. What else? Light Swans, that's classic-ish Light Swan. So yeah, I've got some good older decks coming up as well. It's not all super link spam, hyper efficient OTK. This is my favourite deck, so we'll probably play that one next. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.